more time and more thoroughly absorb the content of an ad. 3. What is the difference between compensatory and non-compensatory decision rules? A compensatory decision rule assumes that the consumer, when evaluating alternatives, trades off one characteristic against another. On the other hand, in a non-compensatory decision rule, choose a product or service on the basis of one or a subset of its characteristics, regardless of the values of its other attributes. This slide lists the factors influencing the consumer decision process, which are discussed in more detail in the following slides. A motive is a need or want that is strong enough to cause a person to seek satisfaction. People have several types of motives, such as those illustrated in the PSSP hierarchy of needs. An attitude is a person's enduring evaluation of his or her feelings about behavioral tendencies toward an object or idea. An attitude consists of three components. The cognitive aspect reflects what we believe to be true. The affective component involves what we feel about the issue at hand, and the behavioral component comprises the actions we undertake with regard to that issue. Perception is the process by which we select, organize, and interpret information to form a meaningful picture of the world. Society's perceptions can change. For example, tattoos used to be only considered acceptable for unsavory individuals. They were clearly not mainstream. Yet today, people from a variety of demographic backgrounds get tattooed. Many celebrities have tattoos. Even some parents and children have matching tattoos. Learning refers to a change in a person's thought process or behavior that arises from experience and takes place throughout the consumer decision process. Learning affects both attitudes and perceptions. A person's perceptions and ability to learn are affected by their social experiences. Many purchase decisions are made about products or services that the entire family will consume or use. Thus, firms must consider how families make purchase decisions and understand how various family members might influence these decisions. A reference group is one or more persons whom an individual uses as a basis for comparison regarding beliefs, feelings, and behaviors. A consumer might have various reference groups, including family, friends, co-workers, or famous people. These reference groups affect buying decisions by offering information, providing rewards for specific purchasing behaviors, and enhancing a consumer's self-image. Consumers can identify and affiliate with reference groups to create, enhance, or maintain their self-image. Many consumers use actors and actresses as a reference group. Culture is defined as the shared meanings, beliefs, morals, values, and customs of a group of people. Like reference groups, cultures influence consumer behavior. Situational factors are factors specific to the situation that override or at least influence psychological and social issues. These situational factors are related to the purchase and shopping situation as well as to the temporal state as illustrated in this slide. Now check yourself. 1. What are the types of needs suggested by Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Psychological. For example, food, water, shelter. Safety, for example, secure employment, health. Love, for example, friendship, family. And esteem, for example, confidence, respect, and self-actualization. People engage in personal growth activities and attempt to meet their intellectual, aesthetic, creative, and other such needs. 2. Which social factors likely have the most influence on A. The purchase of a new outfit for going out dancing. Reference groups and culture. B. The choice of a college to attend. Family. 3. List some of the tactics stores can use to influence consumers' decision processes. Store atmosphere, crowding, in-store demonstrations, promotions, and packaging. As consumer can be high involvement where pay greater attention to an ad and develop strong attitudes and purchase decisions. In a low-involvement situation, a consumer pays less attention to an ad and generates weaker attitudes toward the product. Limited problem solving occurs during a purchase decision that calls for a moderate amount of effort and time. In habitual decision-making, consumers engage in little conscious effort. Extended problem solving is common when the customer perceives that the purchase decision involves a lot of risk. And impulse buying is a buying decision made by customers on the spot when they see the merchandise. Now check yourself. 1. How do low versus high involvement consumers process information in an advertisement? The high involvement consumer will scrutinize all the information provided and process the key elements of the message more deeply. As a consequence, an involved consumer is likely to either end up judging the message to be truthful and will form a favorable impression for the product being advertised, or alternatively view the message as superficial in nature and develop negative product thoughts. 2. What is the difference between extended versus limited problem solving? Limited problem solving occurs during a purchase decision that calls for, at most, a moderate amount of effort and time. Customers engage in this type of buying process when they have had some prior experience with the product or service, and the perceived risk is moderate. Limited problem solving usually relies on past experience more than on external information. Extended problem solving, which is common when the customer perceives that the purchase decision entails a lot of risk, entails much external information. An attitude is a person's enduring evaluation of his or her feelings about and behavioral tendencies toward an object or idea. Consumer decision rules are the set of criteria that